I had a couple other comments that I wanted to touch on, but I was hearing some things that really made me pivot, and I wanted to say some remarks about things that were discussed earlier in our citizens participation comment. And it was said earlier, and speaks to what my job is as a student representative to represent students, that we can't put people, that if we put people in boxes, if we start to do this as a school system, then, that's going to tear us apart. That's going to rip away at the fabric of our country. I'll get back to that in a second, but I want to read a stat that I think Mr. Rigby also mentioned earlier in his comments, and it's that this is in the veto guidance for transgender students that was released earlier this year. That has been a topic of conversation in our community recently. It says that 84% of trans youth feel unsafe at their schools, and this feeling of unsafeness is associated with lower GPAs amongst this particular population, lower GPA than any other population that's been identified in recent academic studies. And to me, that's just, it's sad, but it's not shocking, because we know that as educators, if students don't feel safe in their schools, then they can't learn. And that's why, in response to what I was hearing, I felt obligated as the representative of students in this county, some of whom are trans or are experiencing gender dysphoria or don't fit neatly into the box that society has laid out for us, is that our society's already been put in boxes, and my generation didn't create them. Anti-racist and anti-biased education teaches us how to navigate them in a more holistic and in a more appropriate way. It's the duty of this school system. It's the duty of all school systems, but I'm the representative of this one, and I implore all of us as leaders to continue to work to ensure that we step out of ignorance through education, and that's the power that we have and we hold as people who are educating the next generation of leaders. Because 84% of any population not feeling safe when they walk into a school building is a huge problem. It's 84% of students in a population who aren't receiving the best education that they can receive. It's 84% of people that we're failing. And that's not okay. We can do better. We have to do better. And better will always be controversial. It always has, and it always will be. But there are kids and there are young people that are suffering. They need more. And we can give them more, and we are promising to give them more. And we are working and we are trying every day. And I appreciate the complexity of the issue that we're talking about, particularly with this population, and the nuance that this issue does bring to the table. But the bottom line, all the nuance, all the complexity aside, is that there are students who are suffering right now. There are students who aren't being educated to the best of their abilities right now. And that's something that we as a school system are talking about, we as a country are talking about, but we need to take action to fix, because it's been this way for too long. With that, I'll end my remarks.